welcome to the Vestor Pulse. It feels like a massive week, doesn't it? We're seeing traditional institutions really stepping into the crypto space in some pretty surprising ways.
Well, absolutely. It's not just observation anymore. It's active participation.
Exactly. So today, we want to connect some dots for you, how the U.S. government, a major media group, even global capital flows are kind of reshaping digital assets.
Yeah.
And, what it actually means.
Right. Our job here is to cut through that noise, find the real signal in these big shifts, and give you a shortcut to understanding what's really going on. Forget the headlines. Let's get to the core intelligence.
Okay, let's start with something frankly groundbreaking. The U.S. government is now publishing official economic data. I'm talking real GDP, PCE price index directly onto public blockchains.
Yeah, that's huge.
And it's Chainlink and Pyth acting as the verified distributors, working directly with the Commerce Department's BEA. Yeah. What does this really mean fundamentally?
Well, what's fascinating here, I think, is it's more than just a technical update. This is like laying down fundamental infrastructure. We're talking universally accessible, tamper-proof data, specifically for smart contracts.
Okay, so break that down.
Yeah.
Smart contracts using government data. How?
Imagine DeFi lending protocols automatically adjusting interest rates based on the official inflation rate, or treasury-backed stablecoins maybe automatically tweaking their yields based on that BEA data. It really hints at something. Yeah. Maybe programmable macroeconomics.
Programmable macroeconomics. Wow, okay. That's a heavy concept.
It is. It means real-world economic signals could directly trigger actions within decentralized systems. It's a profound link.
And the market reacted. I saw Pyth jumped significantly.
Yeah, Pyth spiked over 50%. Chainlink saw a decent rise, too. People are definitely noticing the infrastructure play here.
But does having core economic data trigger code directly?
Uh-huh.
Does that raise any red flags? Are we thinking about guardrails?
That's the critical question, right? The transparency is great, the immutability, too. But everything hinges on the initial data feed being accurate and secure. If that's compromised...
Consequences could be automated and widespread.
Exactly. It definitely brings up new needs for auditing and oversight right at that source level. Something to watch.
Definitely food for thought. Okay, so that's the government dipping its toes in, but let's pivot to another, maybe even bolder institutional move, this time from media. Trump Media Technology Group.
Yes, the $6.4 billion partnership involving Crypto.com's token, CRO.
Right. The details are pretty striking. There's a new entity, Trump Media Group CRO Strategy, Inc. It's managing a $1 billion CRO treasury. And get this, it's backed by $200 million cash and a $5 billion credit line.
That scale is... well, it's significant.
And CRO isn't just sitting in a vault. They're integrating it into Truth Social Rewards, paying for subscriptions, wallet tools. What's the strategy here? What does this signal about how maybe altcoins are evolving?
Well, it raises that important question. What does the scale mean? I mean, it's got to be one of the biggest corporate investments ever into a specific altcoin, right?
Seems like it.
The idea seems to be creating this economic flywheel. Basically, user activity on Truth Social is meant to directly fuel demand and value for CRO itself. It positions CRO not just as like a utility token for payments, but more as a direct engine for monetizing digital identity on their platform. It's about capturing user value through the token. We're just reporting the mechanics here, of course.
Understood. It's a huge corporate bet, however you slice it. Okay, so we have these big specific stories, but stepping back, what's the overall market mood and where's the institutional money actually going? We see total cap is around $3.88 trillion, down a bit. Bitcoin, Ethereum also down, but XRP was up.
Yeah, XRP had a decent bump, but the bigger picture, connecting it to funding, Q2 data just came out. Web3 startups raised a massive $9.6 billion globally. That's the second highest quarter ever recorded.
Wow, so money is still flowing in,
yeah.
But where?
It's not just chasing hype anymore. The capital is flowing into infrastructure. Things like real-world asset tokenization platforms, regulated stablecoin issuers, custody solutions. Very nuts and bolts stuff.
Okay, so less speculation, more building block.
Exactly. You see a U.S. custody firm raising $400 million from giants like Fidelity and BNY Mellon. A regulated stablecoin platform getting $250 million from Sequoia and Franklin Templeton. This is serious institutional-grade money betting on the long-term regulated future.
Which makes the situation in the UK quite interesting, right? You have over 50 crypto execs, big names from Coinbase, Kraken, basically pleading for clear stablecoin rules.
It's a stark contrast, isn't it? While the U.S. is moving, maybe slowly, with things like the Genius Act, and the EU has MiCA fully rolling out. They just launched their first official euro stablecoin, URAU.
Uh-huh.
But the UK is kind of stuck in what you could call crypto purgatory. Pound-backed stablecoins, they're less than 0.01% of the entire stablecoin market. UK users are forced to use dollar or euro stables.
So they're falling behind.
They're actively risking their future in digital finance, I'd argue. By not providing that regulatory clarity, especially for something as foundational as stablecoins, they're basically telling capital and innovation to go elsewhere. It's almost a live cautionary tale.
A cautionary tale indeed.
So, wrapping up this week, the acceleration is undeniable. Crypto's weaving itself into global systems, data, brands, new economic models. It's moving way past just being about speculation.
Yeah, absolutely. The two big shifts we talked about seem clear. Governments getting on the crypto rails, not just watching them, and altcoins becoming these, well, powerful strategic tools for huge corporations and maybe even political movements.
Right.
And it leaves you thinking, doesn't it? What actually happens when core economic signals or even pieces of our digital or political identity aren't just talked about, but are run by programmable code? Something to mull over.
Definitely.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive on the Vestra Pulse.